Good afternoon, North Carolina Vinyl Picker here. It's Friday. It's Friday, and it's also time to do a fresh 50. Yeah, I know. I need to get a haircut. I think I'm going to get one tomorrow. So, anyway, you ready for a fresh 50? Let's go ahead and get into it. I got a couple of records today. I got two from the Wax. Thank you very much. I'm going to be showing those tomorrow. And I got another one in the mail. So that's also good news. And I'm going to be showing all these pickups I got tomorrow. But looks like this is working out where I'm not going to the thrift stores. I've been just getting stuff off my list. So that's good. Instead of spending my money on that, I'm focusing in my extra cash, my weekly cash a lot, to go towards just getting some pickups that I have on my list. So let's get into the fresh 50, and then so far we're still into the Jays, and today we're going to start off with this incredible album by Joe Bird and the Field Hippies. And this album here is The American Metaphysical Circus. If you don't have this album, this ought to be on your want list. Yeah, Christmas in July, ask for this album. And this is on the Columbia Masterworks. So that's an album to pick up, that's for sure. I love it. And then here we go with Jimi Hendrix, getting back into Jimi, Axis Bold as Love. Here's another great Jimi Hendrix album. Then we have this one, this treasure right here, Electric Ladyland. I know this is a lot of people's favorite. It's got the ring wear on there, but that's to be expected with the black cover. And then we got this one here. I think I got this at Walmart. This was the Jimi Hendrix Experience Atlanta Pop Festival, Freedom. That's on a cool label there. This is on the white splatter with the blue. Pretty cool. Then we got Jacques Khan band featuring Jan Ackerman, and I believe Jan Ackerman, we talked about that, he was from Focus. And correct me if I'm wrong on that one. This is a really good jazz fusion record. And we have Mr. Joe Cocker getting a little help from his friends. This is an incredible album. I love early Joe Cocker. The Mad Dogs and Englishmen with Leon Russell and all them guys. What great albums they made. And here's, I believe to be Joe's first album. And here's the aforementioned Mad Dogs and Englishmen. And I think that completes my Joe Cocker collection. I got those three. Then we're going to go into Friday Night in San Francisco. Al Di Meola, John McLaughlin, Paco de Lucia. They've come out with a Saturday night one, but the record is like $60. And I'm not paying that. I'm trying not to get any more CDs for now. So while I like to get the vinyl, maybe I can find a copy for around $40. I'm going to keep looking. I'm sure it's it's not from the original tapes, is it? It's probably not a John G. Perry, Sunset Waiting, another incredible album. Lots of jazz fusion on this one. Rupert Hine, Joffrey and Michael Giles, the original King Crimson. How about John Lodge, Natural Avenue? John Lodge, the bass player for the Moody Blues. This is his solo album, and it's a promo. And we have John McLaughlin and the One Truth Band. We have John McLaughlin, Villa Horizonte. This is about the time that I saw John McLaughlin. I saw him perform in Connecticut right about this time with Belo Horizonte and Music Spoken Here. Is about when I seen him. That would have been '82. That's about right. That's when I seen him in New Haven, I believe. I went with another guy that I was friends with. He lived with me in an apartment building, and we went together. And it was just John playing the guitar for like an hour and a half, 2 hours. It was incredible. I got to say I seen John McLaughlin. Never saw Mahavishnu. I would have loved to. Passion, Grace, and Fire. This one here is with the same lineup: McLaughlin, Al Di Meola, and Paco. Then we have John Seri. This is another great jazz fusion record, Exhibition. If you get a chance, check this one out. This is not that expensive of a record. Then we're going to switch in a little bit of country. I like old country, the sound of Johnny Cash. So Psych, Prog, and country, old country. I guess that's my thing. Ring of Fire, Johnny. Never got to see Johnny Cash live. Would have liked to have though. How about This Is Johnny Cash? A lot of these I found in the dollar store like San Quentin, Goodwills, and Habitat for Humanity and stuff. I found a lot of these Johnny Cash records in there for $1, $1.50. This is with June Carter, Give My Love to Rose. And Any Old Wind That Blows. I picked up quite a few Johnny Cash records. Need to start listening to them. Ragged Old Flag. From Sea to Shining Sea. A Concert Behind Prison Walls. And it's got Roy Clark on here and Linda Ronstadt. The Essential, Johnny Cash. Picked this one up at Barnes & Noble, I believe. This got all his hits on it. And he had a lot of them. Okay, now we're switching out of Johnny Cash. We're going into John and Vangelis. That'd be John Anderson and Vangelis. This is their first album together, Short Stories. John also was on a couple of Vangelis's his albums. There's the Friends of Mr. Cairo. Here's the one cover. We'll show them both. And here's the second cover of the same album. Here is I'll Find My Way Home. This is a 12-inch promo I was able to pick up. Private Collection. The Best of John and Vangelis. John Anderson, Elias of Sun Hillow, his first solo album. Probably my favorite Yes solo album, next to Chris Squire's Some Are Born, John Anderson's second solo album. John Anderson and Animation. All good albums. Here's a promo I picked up, All in a Matter of Time. This is from Animation. John Anderson. These are pretty easy to find on. You only pay a couple dollars for them. Get them on Discogs or eBay. Here's Three Ships, John Anderson's Christmas album. John Anderson in the City of Angels. I got this album here from The Wax today. You're listening to. Then we're just going to switch directions here and go into still in the Jays. Joni Mitchell. It's my oldest record I have of hers. This is Blue. The next record is where I started listening to Joni. For the Roses. The first album I remember having of hers back in junior high or high school. Another one of them records where I had it before a long time ago. Then she came out with Court and Spark. A lot of people's favorite. My favorite still to come. Right here. Hejira. I found this 180 gram record. I didn't pay much for it. And I gave one, I had 3 copies. I gave one to my daughter. And then I have another one that's going to go into the sale. I'm going to keep this one here. This one here sounds the best. That's the 180 gram. This is my favorite Joni Mitchell album. Has Furry Sings the Blues, Coyote, Amelia, Strange Boy. Just a perfect album for me. And then she had Miles of Vials, which is the live show. This was 74. 74. That would have been the. I went ahead and switched that up. That would have been after Court and Spark. Hissing of Summer Lawns. This was 75. Hejira was 76. So. '74. Get them all in order there, Art. How about Shadows and Light? Now this is the live show from Hejira. Hejira? Hejira. I believe I'm saying that correctly. Then she came out with Don Juan's Reckless Daughter. The double album. Getting more into her jazz. And then the Mingus album would be the next one. And that's one album I don't have. This is Josephus. This is a acid rock prog album. Really cool record that I picked up. This goes for pretty pricey, but I had a guy that I got this from. I didn't pay too much for it. It was around $40, but it goes for a lot more than that. Josephus, check these guys out. It's on Mainstream Records. Find another one of those. Oh, I've never even seen another one of those. How about Julian Lennon? I like his first couple albums. Sounds a lot like his dad. More than his other brother does. Let me tell you that. His other brother, he don't sound nothing like his father. Julian sounds just like John. He did in these albums, these early albums. I found this one. This is the second album. I really like these 2 albums. I always like, for 80s music, I didn't like a lot of 80s music, but here we go with the Blue Jays. We're going into Justin Hayward. And we'll continue on with that tomorrow. But this is the Blue Jays album. This is the album he did with John Lodge. This is a perfect album. This is a great album. If you love the Moody Blues, this is a must. And that's all I got for today. So I'm glad you stuck around for that 50. I'm trying to make these so they're not so long. I'm trying to make them around 15 minutes. We're getting into the end of the Jays, looks like. So pretty soon we're going to be going into the K's and the L's. And then we're going to wrap this thing up probably in another 2 weeks, 10 days to 2 weeks. It's probably not going to go 50 shows. It's probably going to go, I'm thinking somewhere around 35. So hang in there. We'll get to the end of this. And then tomorrow I'm going to go through another 50. And I'm also going to go ahead and show you my pickups for the week. So get back to that. And then after we get done going through my collection, then I'm going to go back and start doing a little antiquing and stuff and try to pick up some more stuff. And I want to shoot some video to go ahead and bring on here. And then I want to get a a light to put in front, so that way there you can see me better, and hopefully that'll be a plus for the channel. And then I'm also going to be taking you inside as I do some of these pickups, kind of like what Tuco does. If you haven't subbed up Tuco, you need to do so, because he has a great channel. He takes you live when he's out there on the road, showing you as he's picking up these great albums. I want to try to do a little bit of that. I got to figure out how to do that on my phone and then get it onto my YouTube channel. So all in due time. Y'all take care out there. Have a blessed day, and God bless our troops. And, take care, and we'll be talking to you soon. Bye for now.